Titans issue 5, written by Dan Abnett and art by Brett Booth, as has been throughout this arc. Now, Matt, I know you've not been as hot on this as I have been since we started.
Yeah.
Did issue 5 do anything to appease you?
Yes, it did. It kept me in there. I mean, I guess that could be said because it's a very Wally-centered issue.
Yeah, it definitely was. Yeah.
Everything's from his point of view for the most part.
Joe, it's funny actually. I mean, there might be a Flash issue somewhere that beats this, but technically, this entire issue takes place over like 7 seconds.
Yep.
So I just want to put that out there. That the entire thing takes place over. Talk about decompressed.
And it's Wally's. It's Wally's thought process as he's trying to save everybody, and what's going to happen if he pushes himself.
Because this was
past the point.
Yeah, this was set up in the end of the last issue that Kadabra's got his fake Teen Titan goons to attack the various Titans in different cities, plus Linda. We're Gotham, Central, Coast, and Keystone. And Wally has to somehow get around all these places under 7-8 seconds, however long it is, and save them all. But Kadabra's plan is that he's hoping that Wally will disappear again, that he'll go into the time stream, go into the time speed force, and be lost.
He goes too fast, he gets reabsorbed.
And it's basically just Wally's, like you say, his thought process as he's trying to like get to each one. You know, how is he picking which one to go through first? Well, the psychic, melting someone's mind, I don't know how long that'll take. Whereas I know that the arrows from Arsenal or fake Arsenal will take 3.5 seconds to hit the target, and it's just him going through.
And then the fire burning the rope with Linda, has. I know how fast that can go.
Yeah.
So let me run across to Coast City, and then I'll lose some seconds or some half seconds, whatever it was, crossing the country. But again, the psychic threat's taken out.
Yeah.
And
I actually really enjoyed this issue. It probably is the best issue of Titans.
Of Titans
so far.
Yep, I will agree. And anytime you can, which I don't like Brett Booth that much, but when you can mix them in with the Flash or Nightwing, these characters they're very fluid and very motion centric, it works out to the advantage of the art. So constant movement. I think this is the type of issue Booth's like perfect for.
Yeah, and of course, as he goes through so quickly throughout all these different places, like the Titans who are left behind are like, what happened? Was that Wally? I guess that was Wally. It was too fast.
And some of them like, oh no, that definitely was Wally.
Yeah.
Like,
and it all builds. It all just keeps crescendoing. Because even Wally himself says that he's building momentum as he goes. He's getting faster the more he runs. And it all builds up to him getting to Linda. And there's just that great like one-page spread of him, like, and the big sound effect of the Krakoom as he comes into the scene. But the idea that this is the first time that Linda actually looks at Wally with concern. Like, she actually maybe feels something once he saves her.
So with this whole Speed Force stuff and Kadabra taking credit for putting him there, clearly we know that's not true. Yeah. He's not that powerful. The dude's kind of a dope. But I feel like with the way that Barry's memories were jostled by this, I feel this is what's going to happen with Linda. This new 52 Linda is going to end up with memories of Wally that she can't possibly have had because she's 10 years younger. Right? Like, time's been stolen.
Yeah.
And again, it shows that this book is kind of a keystone in the ongoing...
I see what you did there. Keystone.
There you go.
Keystone say. Yeah, so we actually see some emotion on Linda's face, which, is different from just the, wait, what's going on? This crazy man's talking to, like, she's constantly being, like, in wonderment, whereas here she actually seems to, like, feel something, as Wally disappears back into the Speed Force, which is our sort of cliffhanger at the end here. Now, we know he's not gone. We've seen him in covers for future issues. He's going to be back.
Oh, yeah. And it's never the...
Plus, it'd be a dick move, wouldn't it, to put him back in the Speed Force, like, now, after we just got him back.
It's like, well, Johns is off fixing the movie universe. I'm going to pull a fast one on him. I'm going to get rid of Wally after he did this work to bring him back. But no, I think this establishes Linda as the lightning rod, which is what... this whole first arc's kind of been about, is Wally trying to reconnect with her. And if we had to go through marionette Titans to get there, then that's fine.
I don't have too much of a problem with that, but I definitely agree that this is the best it's been since it started. And I think Yeah, well, Linda remembering him, if that's what brings him back this time, if that's what just instantly makes him appear, is her remembering who he is, that'll be such a great emotional payoff, especially for long fans of the character. Because, you know, in Rebirth Special Issue 1, you know, when he appeared to her and she didn't know who he was, that was heartbreaking. Heartbreaking.
It's the complete opposite of the Barry, I could never forget you.
Yeah.
You know? That's the peak, and Linda not knowing that's the valley.
Yeah.
So,
because I think, you know, if it plays right, what should happen is the whole idea that this arc's been called the Return of Wally West, and the next one will be the last one. I think it should be. Yeah, the next one's issue 6. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
The idea that, well, we were all going, well, he's already back. Why is it called the Return of Wally West? Because he's not really back. He's not complete until Linda's with him.
No. Well, and it's also, people don't know who he is, because when we see him running through, and he's like in Times Square on the TVs, with, you know, people are like, is that the Flash? It looks weird. It doesn't look like the Flash we know.
Yeah.
So, you know, it definitely is.
And I'm interested, actually, if that'll have any repercussions, the idea that he's been seen on these giant screens in Times Square, while other superheroes go, wait a minute, who's that? You know?
Yeah.
Because obviously we've seen the other Titans get their memories back to an extent and know who he is. Presumably Batman knows about him because, you know, he's worked with the Flash investigating the Watchmen button and so on. Ultron is coming in there, Matt. But, you know, does this like ripple out? Do other superheroes look at him and go, you know, does Superman... He's the main one, actually. Does Superman see like footage of Wally running around and goes, wait a minute, that's Wally. Like, that's my Wally. Or is it his Wally? Does he... You know, how does that play out? So, that's the really fascinating stuff there. But no, solid issue, and hopefully the emotional payoff in the next one is off the charts. And I think it will be. I think for anything you can throw at this book, whenever there's a little emotional thing with Wally or hints of Rebirth, it's been always exciting. So,
I mean, it was one of the 2 books that were like, don't read until you read this.
Yeah.
It was, I think, Flash and Titans. So, it gets that special signifier.